Mr. Minstrel, will you please tell me one of your stories?
I shall tell you a tale of a war fought many, many years ago. A tale of Avalon and the Varen Empire, and the succession of emperors that led it into prosperity. Spirits, lend me your voices, that this tale might inspire all to greater heights. The stage is set during the time of good Emperor Leon. In those days of Eld, Avalon was a nation of little note. Conflict had spread throughout the land, like fire through dense brush. Leon knew that quenching its flames was key to unifying the people under one banner. Under his roof, he cared for two sons, the courageous Victor and the kind-hearted Gerard. One fine spring day, Emperor Leon took Gerard out on a foray to cull the fiends lurking in a cave.
This cave has caused our people to suffer for far too long. We must eradicate the foul creatures within and seal it off.
Understood, Father.
We are to reconvene with the Vanguard unit. On the way, I shall teach you the basics of combat. However, this is no training exercise. You must be prepared both mentally and physically.
I shall do my best to see that I am.
Your Grace!
Perhaps you should rest. It could not have been easy to get here.
No, we have not a moment to waste.
But Your Majesty, there are many dangerous foes lurking within these walls.
No need for concern. Gerard must learn to fend for himself eventually.
I am more than aware of the perils we face.
Are you ready, Gerard? We will engage the enemy with the Imperial Cross formation. I shall take up position in the center, while Bear will protect us from the front. James and Therese shall occupy the flanks. Finally, you shall remain in the back, the safest position for someone as green as you. Focus on offense. Let's move out!
Sir!
Excellent. That appears to be the last of them. It shall take 2 full turns of the clock for the mages to weave their spell and seal the cavern. Once that is complete, those fiends will never bother us again. Now, let us away. The people anticipate your return.
His Imperial Majesty has returned!
Look around you. The people yearn for a strong country and a brave emperor to lead them. As such, they expect great things of Victor. And one day you.
So it would seem, Father. I shan't betray their trust. I vow to protect the people of Varen with my very life.
I am pleased you have returned safely. Gerard, I trust you are unhurt?
That I am, brother. Though it has taken longer than expected, I am no longer a hindrance in battle.
Gerard is much better suited to focusing on his studies than setting foot on the battlefield. Perhaps you should refrain from taking him with you on your campaigns? As the eldest, I feel the battles are best left to me.
I understand your position, but fear that the return of the Seven Heroes gives us little leeway in the matter. The hounds of war howl louder with each passing day, and as long as they do, chaos shall plague our lands. With threats facing us on all sides, we cannot afford to have Gerard shirk his martial training in favor of his letters.
Perhaps, but I feel the Empire also requires capable strategists if it is to truly thrive. I can think of none more suited to that task than he.
My lord, a woman by the name of Oriev requests an audience with you.
Her again. She is persistent. I will give her that. Very well. Show her in.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Emperor of Avalon.
I must say this is quite a surprise. I had expected Asiras to be a touch more wizened. Victor, Gerard, leave us for now.
Today is that woman's lucky day. It is obvious that Father was looking for an excuse that he could use to cut our conversation short. Remember that reading up on combat theory is no substitute for actual experience.
I will, brother. I still have a long road ahead of me. If I may, Father, what exactly did that woman wish to discuss?
How someone named Kazinci Saman is not to be trusted. Though Kazinci may be one of the Seven Heroes, I do not see him being an immediate threat. Still, it would behoove us to remain vigilant. Between that woman's warning and the legend of the Seven Heroes, I know not which to believe. The truth, however, will reveal itself eventually. All that we can do now is work to ensure peace for the Empire.
Then where shall we head next, Father?
To the east. There are watchmen causing trouble in the area. If we do not deal with this threat soon, it is only a matter of time before Avalon is attacked. Victor, I leave the castle in your hands.
As you wish, Father. Fare thee well, Gerard. The nation would mourn greatly if you were to fall in battle.
Your fears are unfounded, brother. I shall see you again soon. We won! Thank the heavens!
I shall have my men take care of stragglers and whatever remains of the nest. That should keep our lands free of fiends for the time being. At any rate, I suggest we return to the castle. Victor is probably biting his nails as we speak.
He is prone to worry. Well then, let us make haste, so he may put his mind at ease.
What is going on? No. Is that... Victor! Brother! My son, are you okay? What happened here?
Father... My flowing slash found its mark.
yet. Victor!
This can't be happening!
Oh, my beloved child. Please, you must open your eyes. Stay with us, Victor!
Don't go!
Report, soldier. Who dare lay a finger on my heir?
As Avalon stands, so shall I! Let's see how you like the taste of steel! Okay then, how about this? Like the wind!
You certainly have courage, but not the experience to match.
Just hold on a little more. Through my sacrifice, may Avalon live on.
Tell me, are you absolutely certain he claimed to be Kazinsi from Saman?
Yes.
Then you are to search this city for a seeress named Oriev. Once you find her, tell her I request her presence.
Yes, my lord.
Kazinsi, you will pay for your crimes.
As for Kazinsi,
That cannot be. Then how did he?
an ancient technique. Inherit your abilities.
Inherit? Then Gerard,
No, no, no. No, I don't believe it. You can't die. You just can't. It's not fair. It's not fair.
it's your father, Gerard. What would Victor think if he saw you sobbing in your room like this? We can grieve once your brother has been avenged. Are you with me?
Yes. I'm ready, Father.
Well, well, well. This is most unexpected. You must be Avalon's Emperor. Come to hand me the keys to the castle. As a reward for your touching display of fealty, I, in my infinite largesse, shall appoint you Castellan.
Serve you? After how you murdered my son?
You know full well how this will end, yet here you are. Some would call your actions bold, but you know what I call them? Foolish. It must run in the family. Now to claim my empire and send you to your death. Be sure to give my regards to your son! What a pleasant diversion this has been. But now playtime is over.
No! Father!
down, Gerard! You cannot defeat Kazinsi like this. Flee now, my son!
But father!
Go on, run! I won't stop you. Either way, your father is doomed. And once word of my deed has spread, Avalon and its castle will be mine for the taking. So do me a favor and tidy the place up before my arrival.
Gerard.
I'm right here by your side, Father. Please, you must conserve every last bit of your strength.
Gerard. You are the Emperor now. Kazinsi will come to seize the throne ere long.
Yes, I know.
I fear he is too much for you as things stand. Thus I beseech you to inherit my power. Understand?
Of course. However, permit me to ask, what do you mean I must inherit your power?
That's Cirrus. She taught me the secret of inheritance magic. If two people are of the same mind and a strong enough will, one can pass their spirit, memories, and abilities on to the other. Perhaps her words are but wind. After all, she is shrouded in mystery. Yet those words are all we have. Without them, Avalon has no hope for its future. Should they prove true, then you have a chance. I can pass my knowledge of Kazinsi's soul steel onto you.
That is why you risk your life? Because of some charlatan and her silver tongue? She deceived you, Father. Took advantage of your desperation.
Calm yourself, Gerard. That monster threatens to consume the Empire. Nay, the entire world. I will gladly die to save it.
But Father, surely it must be a ruse. How has no one else ever heard of this inheritance magic before?
I too had my doubts at first. Yet one after the other, each prophecy she made came true. Kazinsi's brutal assault on the Empire. Victor's noble sacrifice. All of it. The legend claimed that the 7 heroes would save the world, yet Kazinsi's antics tell a different tale. He does not wish to save the world, but remake it in his image. I know not whether he is an impostor or if the legends are merely just that, stories meant to comfort us. Yet I would pay any price if it meant the world would not be under the thumb of the 7 heroes. If you agree that their cruelty and ambition matches Kazinsi's, the only way to bring peace to this fractured world is to banish them from it. Are you willing to forego all else to achieve that end?
Yes.
Very well. The path you must walk will be long and arduous. Perhaps too long for you alone. Seek out others who share your sense of resolve. Gerard. Remember, my soul shall always live on within you. Goodbye, son.
Father. No. You can't. Don't leave me! This power, these memories of countless battles, resonating within my soul.
Lord Gerard, how fares His Majesty?
My father is now at peace.
Oh no. First Lord Victor, and now the benevolent Emperor Leon. Without his guidance, Avalon will surely fall to ruin.
Goblin forces have breached the city walls!
Ill tidings indeed, given our current situation.
Father, what would you do if you were here?
Never has Avalon been at the brink of absolute ruin. Ages of prosperity gone with the snap of a finger.
Stay calm. Apprise me of the situation. How large is their army? Have they managed to breach the castle walls?
No, it is a small mercy that they are content with pillaging and plundering the town.
Good. Then we can still make a stand. Cauterize the proverbial wound, and our fair city may live to fight another day.
Lord Gerard, do not be so rash. At least take a proper retinue along with you. Hector! Where is Hector? Hector, we need your blade.
Forget it. Mercenaries only follow the orders of those generals that they can respect on the battlefield. Emperor Leon forged victory after victory. But Lord Gerard here, he can scarce find his socks in his boots. The Empire is like as not to be relegated to musty tomes within the fortnight.
Watch your tongue, Hector. His Imperial Majesty is certain to seize victory in this battle.
His concerns are not wholly unfounded. I shall not force him to serve, for we have others to call upon.
Lord Gerard, you must raise your army and defend our fair city. Now then, let us raise the call to arms.
Make way for Lord Gerard! Make way for His Imperial Majesty! His Grace shall lead our forces to glorious victory in this campaign!
Goblins are ransacking the town!
Please help us!
Lift your head, Sir Hector.
I am ashamed to admit that I underestimated your abilities, Lord Gerard. Though I knew you are descended from Lord Leon, I foolishly assumed you lacked his gallantry and resilience.
I can see why you might think that.
Based on my actions, I do not expect any mercy from you. I am prepared to receive whatever punishment you deem worthy.
I cannot fault you for your derision, for even I did not believe I was capable of such feats. There is still much to be done, and I do not believe I can do any of it without you. Would you do me the honor of lending me your blade?
As you command, my lord.
Prove that I am right to put my faith in you.
Your Majesty, our scouts report that they've located the den belonging to the goblins that attacked the city. It supposedly lies west of here. Shall we launch an assault on it? Or perhaps we should head to Soman and deal with Kazinci first.
The cannon fodder can wait. We march on Soman.
Lord Gerard! Your handling of the goblin assault was near flawless. And my chickens have come home to roost. Forgive my earlier... In fact, upon seeing your brave visage out on the battlefield...
That was but one battle in a long war, and wars cannot be won without capable allies. I require the use of your blade, Andromache.
As you command.
I appreciate it.
Your Highness, we will deal with these fiends. You head on to the manse proper.
Very well. I wish you luck. You shall pay for your crimes, Kazinsi.
I see you finally decided to hand over your castle. A wise choice. As a reward for your fealty, you shall be its gatekeeper.
And you shall soon be a corpse!
You dare to challenge me, even after witnessing what happened to your pitiful father! No matter, for you will fail, just as he did. How could you not, when I possess the ultimate weapon? Many have stood in its way, but all who have now lie dead and buried. Why do you hasten to join them so? Whatever your reasons, I'm more than happy to oblige and play host to your family reunion! Damn you! Damn you to hells and back! I should not have lost. Never in my life has it not struck true!
I think I finally understand now. When my father sacrificed himself, it was more than a mere succession of power. He knew that his spirit itself would continue to live on, in me!
You may have won the battle, but not the war. You have not seen the last of me! Though it will take much rest and many years, I shall regain my strength. I shall return! And when I do, I will have you begging for me to take your life!
Father, Victor, I have avenged you at last. However, Kazinsi's last words concern me greatly. Is there any truth to them? Could he actually return one day? No, it was but the hollow posturing of a fiend defeated. That which has perished cannot be brought back to life.
Lord Gerard, it is time for your coronation.
Gerard.
I will devote my life to the good of Avalon, so that the destiny of our Imperial forebears may one day be fulfilled.
The immediate threat has been stymied thanks to your efforts, Emperor Gerard. A year has passed since we lost Emperor Leon and Lord Victor to tragedy. 'Tis but a matter of time before the 7 heroes strike once more.
A matter of time, indeed. Avalon cannot afford to turn its back for even a moment, lest it be filled with a bevy of knives. Tell me what you know. Spare no detail.
For one, there has been an incident in the Victor Canal in South Varennes. A mercenary group declaring allegiance to the 7 heroes is denying our ships access to its waters. We must eliminate this blockade immediately if we are ever to expand our trade with the neighboring nations. Our attempts to covertly infiltrate the fortress have, unfortunately, borne little success. We know not even who has been installed at the top. Trouble is also brewing in Tafal's gemstone mines in South Luden. Though I know not the details, protecting the miners could...
The Victor Canal in South Varennes, and a gemstone mine in Luden.
Though Kazinsi may have fallen, 6 heroes still remain. I fear the Empire will never be secure as long as they are left to their own devices. To that end, we must expand our borders, recruit powerful allies, and bolster our nation's defenses to meet this most existential threat.
I have made my decision. We shall set out for South Varennes first!
Greetings, Your Majesty. I imagine sadly you have come in vain, as your services are not needed. Those fiends are our quarry, and we shall cull them. If you insist. I suppose there is a rather slimy fiend in the den that we could... The arcane arts will be paramount in felling it, and I must admit, they are not our forte. However, it is important that we defeat the fiend's leader. If we are not the ones to best it, the townsfolk will lose faith in our abilities. Oh, and a word of advice. The slime emits an electric... Your Highness, we were just finishing up here. Our honor remains intact, and the people of Nibble still trust us, all thanks to your efforts. We are in your debt, and thus gladly offer our services to the Empire.
The whole town's abuzz with how Yeah, I'm sure the naysayers rue the day they doubted the
It appears that word of our deeds has spread throughout the town and our reputation. By the way, you were heading to Nizelle before all this, were you not? I believe the quickest route there is to cut through the Luden Highlands, which lie to the south of here. I say quickest, but that term is still relative.
Huh? Wait a second. What's the Emperor doing here? See ya! What are these? You helped me? I guess you ain't so bad after all. I suppose I owe you a favor. If you ever need me, head on over to the tavern and ask about a kitten. Good night, my new Emperor friend.
Ah, greetings. Now then. While we're honored by your request, Your Majesty, for all we know, perhaps we can... There's a vicious tentacled fiend. It's kind of take care of it for... Oh, is that... It's a pleasure to... It seems you took care of our little problem. Yes, we promised you our aid, but your request...
I'll do it!
Are you serious, Cat?
I owe the Emperor a favor. Isn't that right? I'll wait for you at the Canal Fortress. My friend! I mean, Your Majesty! It's not safe to talk here. Follow me. This dried-up well leads straight into the fortress. The place is an absolute labyrinth, but I was nice enough to mark the way for you. First you were looking for a kitten, and now pictures of one. On that note, good luck.
Having dispatched Kaczynski, you must be quite full of yourself indeed. However, he was barely fit to shine the hero's shoes. Lord Bacon, on the other hand, deserves his reputation. Were he here, you'd already be dust. You're not worth his time, though. So instead, he entrusts your execution to me. I hope to curry favor with the 7 heroes by serving your head on a platter. But the Empire is stronger than I imagined. Forgive me, Lord Bacon, for I have failed you.
The Emperor would like to reward you for your contributions to our cause.
Nah, I'm good. I already cleaned the fortress out of house and home anyway.
It seems that we need to keep an eye on this one.
I inherit the soul of every emperor who has heretofore sat the throne. I'll wield my strength in service of the Empire! Ah, Your Majesty. My apologies. I may be a little under the weather, but worry not. I've the best chirurgeons attending me. More importantly, I thank you for coming all this way. This one here is my youngest son.
My name is Thomas, Your Grace.
Behind him is his personal tutor and my most trusted advisor, Chancellor Seifried.
Your Majesty, the pleasure is all mine. And let me say, what an honor it is to make your acquaintance.
I must discuss something with their grace. You two are free to return to your duties.
Let us take our leave then, Master Thomas.
My 2 other children reside elsewhere. Might you have had an audience with them? My eldest son, Georg, is stationed in Castle Nerak, to the south. My daughter, Sophia, watches over Hofa, to the east. I would ask that you visit and speak with them both first, if you would be so gracious. I await your return.
Your Eminence, 'tis an honor to be in your presence. My name is Georg. I am the eldest son to King Harold of Cumberland. Narak serves as a fortress, our first line of defense against fiends from the south. 'Tis a vital stronghold. It is my duty to ensure this stronghold does not fail us. I am afraid I can do not more for introductions, as I must prepare for possible enemy attacks. However, I invite you to look around as you please.
Your Majesty, I had received word that you would come. My name is Sophia, daughter to the venerable King Harold of Cumberland. I welcome you to Hofa, the finest trading city. As its vicereign, it is my duty to keep the city safe, and though it may lack the glory of the Empire's cities, we have many wondrous festivals and sights that only a port town can offer. That, along with the freshest and finest bounties of the sea. I've some administrative matters to which I must attend, and thus cannot accompany you, but I humbly entreat you to peruse the town at your leisure.
The truth is, Your Grace, I summoned you here because 'tis time that I choose who shall inherit. I know all too well that heavy is the head that wears the crown. Without the fortitude to bear that weight, the nation will come tumbling down. I am blessed with 3 wonderful children, each equipped with their own unique talents and expertise. However, that makes it all the more vexing to choose one among them for such a critical role. Though it is clear what must be done, I'm afraid my fatherly love for them clouds my judgment. And that is why I have asked for your aid. I would inquire as to what your opinion on the matter might be. Were you in my position, who of the 3 would you appoint as the next ruler? Aye, then the 2 of us are of the same mind. Sophia has always been considerate, a trait vital to nurturing our nation. Furthermore, with her on the throne, Georg would be able to shine on the battlefield. Her leadership would surely bring peace and fortune to the land. I only fear that some may balk. Sophia is a clever and well-read young woman, but at the same time, she can be a tad stubborn. I cannot help but worry. However, I have faith, as both her king and father, that she will be fair and just in all her decisions.
Your Grace! Your Grace! Quickly, to the audience chamber! King Harold is... King is dead!
Where has Thomas gone off to at a time like this? Oh, Your Grace! Would you happen to have an idea as to the young master's whereabouts?
Father. Oh, Father. I know what you would say. That as prince I must remain strong. That I have to show the people it will be all right. But I can't. Not when you're... I knew you've been sick for a while. But it was just... so sudden.
Master Thomas! There you are. Lord Seifried is calling for you. Right this way.
I don't want to see him.
Do not be stubborn. Lord Seifried has taken on the responsibility of looking over his will. And in it, he has named you his successor.
My father's grave is still fresh, and you would speak of succession? Georg and Sophia would make better rulers anyway, so why me and not either of them?
Though you may be the Emperor, I believe you have no—
Then I demand you show me. As his son, I should be able to recognize my father's handwriting, and thus if the will is legitimate.
Well, that is—
What? You mean to say Siegfried planned all this? He killed my father to put me on the throne so he could rule through me? So it's true then. My father was murdered in cold blood. Siegfried, I won't let you get away with this!
The cat's out of the bag. Lord Siegfried worked tirelessly to make sure a brat like you gets to sit on the throne. And now you get to play king. You should be grateful. And you know a little too much. Your meddling ends here!
We cannot return to the palace like this. Now that I know he is a traitor, Siegfried will have me thrown in the dungeon. Your Majesty, where should I go? Hofa is a fine idea, Your Majesty. The Castle Narak is much closer to us. If shelter is what we seek, we should head there. But Siegfried is cunning, and will have anticipated this. He surely would have ordered his goons to patrol the city streets by now. Escape won't be easy. We can't do that! Such recklessness would put the lives of our citizens at risk. You mean for us to literally carve our way through the thickets? Your Imperial Majesty, allow me to help. Now to find him. Georg, there you are!
Thomas! And your Grace? What's wrong? I was told that you had inherited the throne under the Emperor's guidance.
Siegfried, he killed...
Calm down, Thomas. Your Majesty, what happened?
A warrant for Lord Georg's arrest has been issued nationwide in the name of King Thomas.
What?
Thomas is not to blame, Georg. We are being played.
We are?
Sophia!
Our father's sudden death, Thomas's rapid ascension, and the orders for your arrest. It all flows together seamlessly. A little too much so, don't you think? And if we assume that everything so far has gone according to plan, then the next step is collusion with the fiends of the South.
We are under attack! The fiends have breached the Great Wall! If we do not stop them here, they will have a direct path to the castle!
Those damned savages. I'll drive them back whence they came! Understood. While you dispatch the invaders at the Great Wall, we shall make haste for Douglas.
Take care.
Your Grace, I will get justice for my father, no matter what. We are reunited thanks to you, Your Grace. Words alone aren't nearly enough to express our gratitude.
Unfortunately, Siegfried has escaped. However, we know exactly to where he has fled. Once order is restored, we will immediately head towards the Northern Cape and apprehend that blackguard.
That may not be best. He is far too arrogant to give up his ploy. He will doubtless attempt to overthrow us again. Once he has finished licking his wounds and regaining his strength, he will return to take the castle with even greater numbers than before. It is in our best interest not to afford him that chance.
I must agree.
As a leader, my priority is the people. However, we cannot abide Siegfried any longer. He must be punished, lest he return to sow strife once again.
Your Eminence, please, lend us your strength once more.
Woe betide these interlopers! If it weren't for you, I could have had the whole of Cumberland under my thumb. The 7 heroes would have paid handsomely for such a gift. Eternal life would have been mine! I've no interest in your righteous drivel. Besides, there is still another way I can make my deal with the 7 heroes. I'll just reconsider my choice of gift. Your head shall do nicely.
We are reunited thanks to you, Your Grace. Georg, that throne better suits you than me.
Thomas, regardless of how it came to be, you are now our king. It is your duty to lead the kingdom.
Thomas, have faith in yourself. Georg and I will focus our efforts on establishing the Holy Order. With the Emperor's blessing, of course.
The Holy Order?
I have the utmost faith that our paladins will serve the Empire with grace.
Then, as king, I would also like to aid the Empire in their cause. I hereby officially grant you dominion over our nation, Your Eminence. Yes!
Did you summon me, Your Imperial?
Our Imperial Majesty wishes to invest in the Empire's lands. If we can set aside a parcel of land to cultivate a park or gardens, people will visit it. How much would such an endeavor set us back?
I estimate it.
My fellow, now I can hoist my pickaxe. Of course I can. It is easier said than. As for me,
I shall do everything in my power to honor the legacy of the many emperors who have come before me. I shall complete this divine mission.
Are ye sure about this?
Of course I'm sure! We needs to hurry!
be biting off a bit more than we can chew going against the Empire. So we got no choice but to hoist the white flag. If that be the might of the Empire, then we submit. The Corsairs be yours to command, your highness. I inherit the soul of every emperor who has sat this throne before me. I'll lead us all to new heights!
Did you summon me, your Imperial?
Our Imperial Majesty wishes to build a university in order to raise the next generation of leaders. How much would such an endeavor cost?
I estimate it would cost 2 million crowns.
Welcome to my humble smithy. Might I ask what brings you here this day? If you happen to have dents in your armor or chips in your weapons, I can always repair them for you. Your Highness! Please, forgive me. So vexed was I by my problem, I had no idea it was you. My name is Frosty, blacksmith and heir to the mighty hammer wielded by those of House Fabry. Alas, said mighty hammer, which had survived for countless generations, gave out while I was in the middle of crafting a brand new blade. Its gold plating was one of a kind, but as it requires the purest of Ludonian ore to repair. Well, surely someone of your station knows, but the fiends there put more than a wrinkle in those plans. And so here I sit, lamenting my situation and pining for a solution. If I am unable to restore the pride of House Fabry, then I will have no choice but to abandon my trade and ask for alms on the streets. And to make matters worse, I bet my grandfather will haunt me every night for ruining the family business. Your Grace would bestow this boon upon me?
You certainly have patroned this establishment a lot lately. Oh no, I have to run. I wanted to shield the truth from you, most of all. But now that you've seen who I truly am, I'm afraid that I can come no more.
Any word on the dancer? I'm guessing not. It happens every time. I think I'm being all sneaky following her out, but I turn the corner and she's gone. 'Tis clearly some sort of magic. Almost makes me want to seek out a witch. And I can think of none better than the crone living up on the eastern mountaintop.
Welcome, weary traveler. I am Hamba, a humble warrior from this village. Our accommodations may be rather meager, but make yourself as comfortable as you can. There may be hordes of them out there, but they pose no real threat. Except for those insect-like creatures. They seem to appear from nowhere. Due to their stealth, they have succeeded in infesting many a village. And there is nothing we can do to stop them either.
The eruptions of Mount Kamrun have brought our farmlands burned away under the heavy onslaught of ash and lava. Many people have abandoned their homes, leaving the island entirely. However, there is hope. A sorcerer recently arrived and began research on how to stop the volcanic activity. He has set up a research station on the western part of the island to better observe the volcano.
No way! Aren't you the Emperor? Wow, so even a big shot like you has their eyes set on Castle Chanto, huh? Small world. But too bad. If you'd come a little sooner, it wouldn't be completely empty. Why? That's 'cause all its treasure is going to me, myself, and I. See ya!
Stop! Your hands are absolutely filthy. You're certain that no other water will do? Fine. Then it must be purified first, which I can't do without a moonlight comb. There's a collective in the savannah who fancy themselves quite the artisans. They might be able to help you procure one. Now get going and leave me alone.
Could it be? You are the Emperor, are you not? My sincerest apologies. My name is Seimei. I'm a practicing diviner. I heard rumors that an ancient grimoire had been unearthed in this vicinity. I am most certain that the magics held within would be very dangerous if wielded by the unknowing or untrained. Thus, it falls to us to secure it. Should you have any inkling as to its whereabouts, please inform me with haste, if you would.
Normally at this time of year, the moose migrate across the Nazelle Strait. But their route is blocked by myriad fiends that have made a lair. The ice will melt ere long, meaning the moose will be trapped here and won't be able to make it through the coming winter. I knew a warrior such as yourself could help us. Probably even bested a dragon or two in your day, no? Doubt there's any of those, so you shouldn't have much trouble. Just head south. Our clan owes you a debt that we can scarce repay. Let us know if you require anything. We often migrate across the Nazelle Strait as well. If we're not here, you can find us on the other side. You have our profound gratitude. Due to your Majesty's efforts, we'll be able to traverse the Nazelle Strait in time. We'll remain here for the time being, but soon we must cross the strait in order to reach the snowdrifts. Feel free to call upon the Saigo clan if you ever require our assistance. It is the least we can do after the kindness you have shown us.
Ah, greetings, Your Majesty. Although one's name is an important label to establish a sense of self, no mere moniker can convey my true essence. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Xiuen the Strategist. If nervous, you're unable to call upon your strength, be it physical or mental, when the need arises. You must relax for when the time to act draws hither. And how, you ask, will you know when that time presents itself? That is simple. When the 7 heroes are vanquished and your strength is no longer needed. That is when my work truly begins. At present, the nation operates via the kind auspices of Your Highness, as well as your retainers. However, when you finally emerge triumphant over the plague that is the 7 heroes, where should you next focus your efforts? And how will those who have come to rely upon the Emperor's strength survive this new status quo? Simply put, they will be forced to construct a nation that is capable of functioning on their behalf. I wish to use my talents to achieve that goal. I might, but I have a feeling that my laid-back approach would not be of much use to you.
A guest? How rare. It must have been quite the trek. Since I arrived here, I have been researching Mount Kamrun and its volcanic activity in hopes of protecting the people of this island from disaster. Auspiciously, my hard work has borne fruit. I believe I have found a way to stop the eruptions. Could I ask you to cooperate? In that case, take this ice seed. You can use it to block off the eruption site, thus stopping any lava flows that would ensue. Do take care, however, as the mountain is teeming with fiends.
You've succeeded in reclaiming the Comroon Strait? Now we should have no trouble. We will share our profits with the...
Are you here to save us? Thank you so much. I think it's just a little boo-boo. But there were so many fiends. I was really scared. If you help me get out of this cave, maybe I can still catch up with the others before they leave for the winter. Hey, it's me!
Oh, my boy! I can't believe it! You're back safe and sound!
The Emperor came and rescued me.
Our clan owes you a debt we can never repay. If you require anything, you need but ask.
It is my destiny to follow the example of the brave individuals who came before me. I must fulfill this sacred duty.
Thanks for the help. I was on patrol to protect the village from any possible threats. But forgive me, where are my manners? My name is Jean, and I am the chieftain of this village. Word of your deeds carries far. So the rumors are true. An emperor does plan to defeat the 7 heroes. Although, what is your particular quarrel with the heroes? That they threaten the peace, or the size of your empire? Your honesty is refreshing. I shall ensure that my people will assist you. One of the 7 heroes, Rock Bouquet, can be found in Erunep. She and her retinue of fiends have commandeered a tower there. She desires entry into the shrine, but the Guardian has stymied her efforts thus far. A word of warning, though. Her charms have beguiled many, and it would be a folly of the highest order to treat her lightly. Together, we shall drive the wanton Rock Bouquet from these lands.
I propose, Your Majesty, we build a bridge across the Victor Canal. I can already hear you thinking, but Hiraga, what if it blocks ships from passing through? There is no need for you to fret over the matter. Simply leave everything to my unmatched genius. That said, the project will require 1 million crowns. Very well. I shall get started right away.
Termites!
The termites came out of some kind of hole.
Behold, Your Highness! The bridge is finally complete in all of its glory! Ha ha ha! For a genius like me, even projects of this scale are nothing! It is strong enough to bear whatever wishes to cross it.
The termites have always made for poor neighbors, but now they're invading our very homes. Their appetites are endless. Oh.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Word has reached me that the Leon Bridge was somehow destroyed. What's more, until we can find the underlying cause, I am afraid there is little I can do. That is where your skills come into play.
Hello! Thanks, friend. We all owe you our lives. The termites had very near wiped us out. You've given us a chance. I wish we could repay your kindness. Perhaps we can once things are more stable here.
Most people... Sure, I can make one. If you've got... I would wager your... How fares the moonlight collecting? Yep, this should be more than sufficient for my needs. Now, I trust you have the 10,000 crowns we agreed upon. Don't even have to make change. Wait here a spell. I'll be right back.
You actually went and did it! I never could have purified the lake without it! Feel free to take as much as you need. Moreover, as you have brought me the Moonlight Comb, allow me to repay your kindness. Your integrity is duly noted. Now I should be able to walk the shores. Know that you may call on me in time of need.
Really? To think such fiends live beneath the savannah, our homes even. And that the scattered rumors of a society of mole people actually held truth. At any rate, you have our gratitude. Unfortunately, we cannot repay your kindness in coin, but we will gladly come to your aid.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. Were you able to pinpoint the reason for the bridge's collapse? Aha! So that is what was behind it all. Now that the matter has been thoroughly resolved, I believe it is safe for me to proceed with the repairs. Oh! And for me to complete that task, all it will take is a single night! I have taken Your Majesty's report into account and strengthened the bridge's structural integrity. I doubt we will have any more problems with it. Of course, Your Majesty's investigation proved critical in the success of this endeavor. You have my profound gratitude.
Who in the hells are you? I have been granted command of this tower by Lord Noel. To challenge me is to challenge him, understand? You bear your fangs at Lord Noel himself. Huh? Wait, what do you mean, so what? Did you not hear my words? You would be inviting the ire of the 7 heroes. Does that not scare you? Hold on a moment. Now, no need to draw your weapons so quickly. I have a proposition for you. Pledge yourself to him, and Lord Noel will grant you a new form. And then eternal life could too be yours. Sounds positively grand, yes? There are few downsides to serving Lord Noel. Unlike if you continued to mingle with those pathetic humans. So fleeting and frail. Like that ninny of an emperor, 'twould be too easy to knock that crown off. And their head along with it, ha ha! Surely you jest. You're not really the Emperor, are you?
was wonderful. I apologize for dropping in so suddenly. It was just such enchanting music. I simply had to get closer so I could hear it more clearly. As thanks for that performance, why don't you come to our village? Oh, I almost forgot. I'm Windy, one of the irises of this mountain. You must be exhausted after your hike. It's not very scenic here, but take all the time. We iris are as free as the skies are vast, yearning for the breeze among our feathers, hearts warmed by the sun, worry scattered with the wind. But not now, not while Wagnus casts his shadow over the land. If there's anything we can do to help you clear our skies, you have our aid.
Your Majesty, if I'm not mistaken. It is an honor to finally meet you, Emperor of Avalon.
I must say this is quite a surprise. I'd expected Asiras to be a touch more wizened.
It seems you do remember me. Which would make sense. Thanks to inheritance magic, you have been bequeathed the memories of Emperor Leon. There was a time when the Seven Heroes embodied that moniker. They rose to action whenever fiends would set upon us. However, over time, their power continued to grow unchecked. We feared that once their battle against the fiends eventually finished, they would seek to turn that power against us instead. Before they could, however, we banished them. Though still in its nascency, we used an interdimensional transportation device to send them to a distant, unknown world. The decision weighed heavy on my heart. So heavily, in fact, that I chose to remain in this world. I always had faith in them. I knew that one day they would return. And sure enough, return they did. Over the course of many millennia, they lost their way, along with that which made them human. Now they are a horde of fiends with untold power on a quest for revenge. We ancients may be deserving of their hatred. You, however, are innocent pawns in this struggle. If you must be a part of it, you at least deserve to defend yourselves. That is why I taught Emperor Leon the art of inheritance magic. Although, there is something else that I must tell you, Your Highness. The 7 heroes you have defeated were shades of their true selves. While they must indeed rest in order to recover their strength, I assure you they are very much alive. As long as their actual bodies remain safely hidden, the 7 heroes will continue to stave off death's embrace. Should it so happen that 6 of them fall in battle, the one who remains will be tasked with protecting all of their bodies. Thus states their blood oath, an irrevocable pact that exists between them. As such, the final hero will make for where their corporeal forms are gathered. The true battle is to take place there. In order to free the world from the threat posed by the 7 heroes, You must successfully destroy their corporeal forms. Your Grace, there is one rather significant problem. It concerns the limits of inheritance magic. I fear that upon Kazinski's return, whoever is the current Emperor will also be the last.
Welcome. Our messenger informed us of your arrival. I am Jubei, grandson of Seki Shusai. He awaits you in the inner sanctum. Please follow me. Grandfather.
Ah, Your Grace. News of your deeds has traveled far and wide. Liang Shan welcomes you. Please, call me Seki Shusai. Long have sword and steel been my trade. My diplomacy is a tad duller, thus I apologize. We serve the Yaodan royal family as both their protectors and deliverers of their will. Though I may be in my twilight years, I still oversee the safety of this city. Castle Hakuro's forces may be relentless, but so are our men, my grandson among them. Their youth belies their fierce dedication to the sword and protecting our city.
We would also be remiss to neglect diplomacy. Should you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask.
I've little interest in charades. Helping territories left and right, adding them to your own empire. Your generosity fools me not. Yauda will not fall victim to your self-serving machinations. Begone, charlatan! Craven whelp! A few words is all it takes to make them turn tail and flee, and they call themselves the Emperor.
Forgive me, my liege, but was that truly a wise decision? Such belligerence surely will not go ignored.
They may even consider it grounds to attack our nation.
Not to worry. Avalon stands not a chance against our men.
Yes, but the war with Wagner stretches our coffers thin as is. We will not survive fighting 2 wars at once.
Then we shall broker a ceasefire with Wagnus. Nay, I know. We provoke Wagnus into striking the Empire for us instead. Genius, is it not? The Empire and heroes burn each other down to ash, then we snuff out their embers. Ha ha ha! Fetch me a footman to dispatch for Castle Hakuro!
If I may... Between the Empire and Wagnus, who is it we should truly be fighting? The latter is one of the 7, lest we forget. Thus, 'twould certainly be more prudent to ally with the former. Then we could face Wagnus together.
You dare suggest we bow to the Empire?
I do, because we must. Our pride is a small price to pay when compared to our nation's safety.
Seki Shusai! You would not even be here today were it not for my late father. Have you forgotten that? As general, your orders are to stand at the helm of my army and fetch me the Emperor's head. Or it will be yours I have put on a pike.
Yes, my liege. However,
Silence! I am your ruler, and my wish is your command. Now do as I've ordered.
My liege, please listen to reason.
The rest of you are dismissed as well.
Master Seki Shusai, I can no longer follow King Otto's ways. To make enemies of the Empire. To think he could trick Wagnus. He who is the leader to the heroes. A man who dances in the palm of no one's hand. The rest of us all know exactly how this will play out. I intend to bend the knee to the Empire.
Aye, a war with the Empire would ruin us. 'Twould be a fool's errand to fight. Your judgment is sound.
Farewell. I pray we will meet again someday.
Fare thee well. Your Grace. A person of your caliber must already have a grasp on our situation. I shall not mince my words. King Otto has made his intentions clear. He will join forces with Wagnus of Castle Hakuro. Thusly, Yauda will soon be forced to bare its teeth against you and your own. 'Tis likely, as you say. I myself protested his decision. However, the word of our king is tantamount to law. I have no choice but to draw my steel. Your Grace, those words wound me My previous lord bid me to serve and protect King Otto. A dog who bites one hand will surely bite another. The next time we meet, Your Grace, so shall our swords.
Many thanks, Your Grace! I'll never forget you. Whoa! That was some plan we cooked up. Operation I set him up, and you knock him down. Can't go any smoother than that, right? We make such a good team. Ah! I'm sorry, I really am. Oh, glory be to the Emperor! Phew, I knew you were a nice Emperor. Heart as huge as this castle. As thanks, I'll lend you my aid. You can count on my skills for sure. Not even giants stand a chance against me. I'll be waiting.
There you are. Emperor. Lord Wagnus knew you would come. He had long since seen through Otto's transparent scheme. The fate of this castle is already sealed. 'Tis as good as ours. You are a real nuisance, so we will crush you first. 'Twill be trivial to off the fool king after. Perhaps I've said too much. Well, no matter. After all, you won't live to tell anyone. Pay attention. Wouldn't want this to be too easy.
They're here! Seki Shusai, stop faffing about and kill them!
There is no delaying it any further, Your Eminence. For pride and country, I draw my steel. In the name of King Otto, I, Seki Shusai, will fight! Superb. Such is the strength of the Emperor. I could never hope to stand against you, Your Grace. 'Tis not my place but spare the life of my king. Help a loyal servant. Fulfill one last duty. Please, I beg of you.
I yield. I yield. I present myself before your judgment. I alone shall shoulder the blame. Please, spare my men. To think this is how it ends.
Please wait! Allow me to speak to my grandfather. Your Eminence, I ask of you, if not else, to honor my grandfather's dying wish. I understand your anger, but please, let him go!
Oh, thank you!
Were he not bound to his duties, he would have served under you. He asked, however, that I pledge my sword to you in his stead. For he believed in your cause. If you would have me, Your Grace, I would like to carry out his will. From now on, my men and I serve the Empire.
I know not who you are, but do not interfere! I can still fight. No, I must! I am Shar Khan. It is my sworn duty to protect Teratuva. I shall bring this bastard low and take back our sacred land!
The Emperor, I presume. I am Noel, one of the 7 heroes. It is an honor.
Bastard! Be gone from Teratuva!
That tower. It is an ancient structure built during our era. I wished to investigate it undisturbed, so I thought to deploy some guards. I see now that using common fiends for the task was a misstep on my part. No matter how smart, beasts shall ever remain as beasts. 'Twas not my intent to torment the people of Teratuva. Fine. I promise to never adopt such a strategy again. I shall also pull out of Teratuva. Does that suffice? It's not, is it? Perhaps you'd rather have my head. How bellicose for a leader. Then, as a hero, I have no recourse but to answer you in kind. trusted you. How foolish of me. What is the source of your power? How can your abilities surpass those of mortals? What is done. But should you ever use that infernal power on my dear sister, Rock Bouquet, you shall face dire consequences. I swear it.
To think you would best Noel, in his element no less. The rumors have not done you justice. Regardless, how you stood up to a hero, fear absent in your stance. It moved me so. Pray allow me to fight beside you. I shall endeavor to serve both Melu and the Empire.
Latest creation! Go on, get closer! There is no reason to fear! My contraption converts manpower to wind, the likes of which will send hats flying! Hesitate not. Do give it a try. Oh! Oh! I see. This is rather unexpected. Does this not intrigue you, Your Grace? Think of the potential. The applications are endless. And it's all yours, of course. Take it. I have wonderful news, Your Highness. At long last, the Hiraga family's dream of a fully mechanized automaton is now a reality. I have designed it to respond to Your Majesty's voice. Go ahead and give it a whirl. Please, I insist.
So you're the Emperor. Nice to meet ya. That's right, you will. I don't take orders from anyone. Follow me. My capabilities are sure to impress.
What we have here, a guest? Judging from your face, you've never seen folks like us. We are the Salamanders. Since ancient times, we have called this volcano our abode. We have seen many of its eruptions. However, all of them will pale in comparison to the veritable catastrophe about to occur. Wrathfount shall soon befall Kamrun. Tell the people of Tishima to flee as fast as they can. No, we are not. It has been the way of our people to live at the foot of this mountain. This is our home. You should go while you still can. There isn't much time left.
A wrath fount? Surely not! Even if what you say is true, well,
We will be all right as we are. Yes, no point in scaremongering. Yes, of course. Understood, Your Grace. I shall give the order immediately.
Sleeping? Do not disturb.
Have they all fled? That's a relief. This is our home. It is our calling to remain here. But that does not mean we have surrendered ourselves to a grisly fate. If the hardened lava over the crater is broken apart, the Wrathhounds can be stopped. However, the task is not as straightforward as it sounds. We have tried. The Fiend's getting out.
We couldn't have dealt with the termites on our own. We owe you much. And now I know that we're not alone. We moles live off the very soil itself. It is used in our dwellings and more. It's called Earthcraft, after all. Should you require anything of us, we'll be right here. Welcome, Your Majesty. I vow to protect the... I'm ready for the battles to come.
Master Hiraga! I apologize, but I must journey to Avalon.
Did I hear what I think I heard? What's gotten into you, Capellia? You hardly sound like yourself at all. And how are you talking if your springs are not wound? Wait a second. Could this mean you have acquired the gift of free will?
I have been appointed Emperor. As such, I have also inherited the memories of my forebears and been given the gift of life. Thank you oh so much for all that you have done.
Has Kamrun erupted at last? So it has come to pass. Then an island should have resurfaced somewhere to the west. I must go quickly. Oh my, if it isn't Your Majesty. I am here to seek out something of great worth to me. A grimoire from a bygone era, to be precise. And what, pray tell, brings you to this lovely isle? You've put the pieces together! Congratulations! Not so fast, Your Grace. You are my accomplice in this matter, lest you forget. Now, keep staring daggers at me and someone's liable to lose an eye. No point in dwelling over what's past.
You had good intentions. Isn't that what truly matters? Let us move on. In these chambers lie superior arms and other spoils aplenty. You may claim them. Make use of them in whatever way you desire. And now that I have the grimoire, I shall be taking my leave. Silence! Those at the top know not what it's like to be persecuted. And more importantly, I have no intention of being judged by the likes of you! No. My tome.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wallenstein. I have fought in numerous battles as a soldier of the Imperial Guard.
And you may call me Minerva. I too am a member of the Imperial Guard. As such, we devote our...
They can't just barge in here!
It's okay! Your Majesty, afraid I be needing to ask for a bit of largesse. A scallywag named Garen up and usurped my leadership. 'Twas a hair over 3 moons ago. The jingle o' his coin convinced me crew to turn against me. He be aiming to turn the cannons back on the Empire. And worse, Your Majesty, Garen be backed by Subier of the 7 Heroes. Bastard sent me scurrying back here, and I don't dare show my face in Nuono again. But if ye be up for the challenge, ye can find him there. They collapsed the tunnels in the waterway maze, so you can't go that way anymore. But have ye a death wish, there always be Cape Chalier. Cliffs are sheerer than a baby's bottom, so be careful here. May ye have better luck than I.
Avast! That damn Emperor's crew weaseled its way in here. And they came via the waterway maze, no less. No matter, let's give them a warm welcome. What? Briny beasts, it's the Emperor! Impossible, he made it through the cape? Curses! Ye worthless build suckers! Ye never give up, do ye? Leave no man standing!
Let us put these tortured souls to rest. This ends now.
Perfect aim.
Okay.
Brennan Baron! How?
Your mom.
This will sting. Here goes.
I'll have your hide. Good.
The Empire set. We cannot afford to dawdle.
Your little victory here today means nothing. I have the backing of one of the 7 heroes, the Lord of the Seas, Subier himself! Much darker shores awaiting next time we meet, Emperor.
Your Highness, welcome to our humble village. A mysterious ailment has stricken the miners, and they can scarce lift a pick. We may have no choice but to collapse the tunnels, lest the situation turn worse. It all began when a recently excavated magic stone started radiating an eerie light. Our attempts to destroy it have failed so far, but maybe you? Your Grace, I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. As you can see, the malaise that previously shrouded this town has finally cleared. The stricken miners should also be recovering soon. Now that the mining operations have resumed, our coffers will surely reap the benefits.
Who? The Emperor of Avalon. What an unexpected surprise. My name is Alton, and this here is Fatima. Welcome. Rest well and recover from your long journey. Is what I would normally say. Ever since that landship fortress appeared, there are more fiends than ever. Nowhere is safe anymore.
Its occupants harvest the herbs we require for our medicines, brewing narcotics from them. They spare not even the roots so that the plants cannot regrow. As such, we have no way of aiding our ill and wounded.
We intend to storm the fortress. What of you? Would you join us in our charge? We appreciate it.
Follow up.
Damn thing, if only...
This way, take cover!
The landship is a behemoth. We are but vermin to it. I trust you understand the weight of our plight.
Humble greetings, Your Eminence. Thanks to your largesse, I want naught for research materials. The scholar in me is overjoyed to... It appears that something weighs quite heavily upon your mind. I've an inkling of what ails you. And I have the perfect cure. Might you be interested? No, 'tis no potion, but rather a solution for fortress-related migraines. Although, it will cost a pretty sum. Then I shall make haste for Hofa to begin preparations. 'Twill take time, so do enjoy the scenery. Welcome, Your Grace. As you see here, the plan is to transport this vessel to the steppe, where it will then be rebuilt into an Imperial battleship. We shall begin the process post-haste. Please meet us at the steppe. Behold, our Imperial battleship! Your Highness, this is merely a decoy. Once Bakon gets word that an Imperial battleship is nearing completion, he will immediately send forces to destroy it. It is then that we strike, invading his fortress and taking advantage of his haste. Remember, our goal is not to disable the fortress. 'Tis to defeat its lord. Our success is predicated upon two factors. One, decreasing his troops' numbers. Then two, dispatching the Empire's strongest soldier. That is, of course, you, Your Eminence. I've devised my strategy by predicting how Bakon will react every step of the way. To keep his prized landship out of harm's way, he will have no choice but to bring it to a halt. Once he has, he will lie in wait until our battleship is almost complete. When he feels the time is right, he will muster his troops and unleash an all-out assault on us. This will leave the landship's defenses especially thin. The nomads are already conducting reconnaissance on the fortress as we speak. The report should prove insightful.
There you are. Let us head to the landship quickly. We will draw the guard's attention.
Then you slip past.
The Emperor! Have mercy! I am but a lowly fiend. I only used Bakon's name to garner myself fear and respect. I will disband our operations, destroy the ship even if you'd like. I'll turn over a new leaf, I swear on my life! My, that didn't move you to sympathy? So be it. I have other ways to bend you to my will, puppet! What kind of farce is this? Me, the cleverest of the seven, outwitted by a mortal. Now you will be my puppet. I swear it. You will dance for me. You will.
We owe you much and more, Emperor. With our land liberated, we may harvest our herbs once more. We can treat our ill and wounded properly now.
We nomads are quite talented with the bow and more. If you are ever in need of assistance, we will honor your call. It is the least we could do.
A most impressive conquest over the landship, Your Grace. I'd have liked to witness Bakon, great tactician of the heroes, in all his glory, but it seems I was too late. That being said, the news of his defeat will doubtlessly reach the ears of the remaining heroes. If they are as cunning as we expect, they will thoroughly be prepared for your arrival. Say no more, Your Eminence. I will put all I have studied in the university to good use.
Wait, are you? Yes, you must be. There can be no other reason for your presence. Clearly, you have come here to assist me with the problem that currently vexes me. The fiends obviously did not faze you as you made it to my chambers. 'Tis proof of your martial prowess. Mind if I ask you for a teensy-weensy favor? You see, there is a powerful fiend that blocks my entrance into the shrine. Would you take care of it for me? My dear Emperor, I am quite displeased with you, denying me a simple request. Still, you have no choice in the matter. Curse it all. The secret to the tower was within my grasp. The path to our nemesis was to open. Well, my dear brother.
This call, it stirs my soul and compels me to answer. I hear echoes of bygone conflicts. And of emperors past. Very well. In the name of Avalon, I accept this crown and our legacy. My lord! A letter here for you. I await you at the cave sealed away by Leon. This reeks of Kazinsi.
There is one rather significant problem, Your Grace. It concerns the limits of inheritance magic. I fear that upon Kazinsi's return, whoever is the current emperor will also be the last.
So our final hero finally decides to rear his ugly head.
There is a massive storm in the South Long at Sea that appears to show no signs of abating. I believe it will have a disastrous effect on the fishing town of Toba. Perhaps you should go and investigate the matter.
I consulted both the sun and the wind to learn the actual reason behind the storm. It appears to be caused by a sunken ship. I'd bet crowns to crumpets that the ship once belonged to the pirate Garen. The mighty narwhal sunk it in an age long past.
It's up ahead! This should be the eye of the storm. We've arrived at the...
Piranha's take ye, Emperor. This ghastly form of mine is because of your meddling. You surely not be forgetting your old pal, Garen. And if I need be carving my name into your corpse, then I reckon that's how I'll spend me day.
Thank you so much for restoring calm to the seas. Now that the storm has passed, we can resume fishing again. I wish that I could repay you somehow. But I'm just a diver. I don't have anything an emperor would want. At least, I don't think I do. You think that You should know that Subie was behind everything, and Garen was simply his puppet. I have heard that Subie now roams the frozen sea. As long as he is allowed to roam, should there ever you need...
What the hells do you want? I may be a guard, but I can still easily deal with the likes of you. Now to put you in your place, rats!
Let us finish them quick.
So... we finally meet, Emperor. As you have surmised, I am Wagnus, leader of the 7 heroes. But where are my manners? Our duel deserves a much more fitting stage.
All right, then let us away. To the floating castle. That outcrop looks like a good place to land. I'll try to be gentle. Wagnus is up there.
I was wondering when you would arrive. Welcome to my floating castle. I assume that everything has been to your liking. My sincerest apologies. At least take comfort in the fact we are at the end of the tour. I must say, I pity you mortals. You're always on such a tight schedule. Fare thee well, Emperor. To have bested me, I cannot deny your strength. But this is not the end. The hero shall return. When the time comes, and the oath is honored at last, we will be as one, and all will be ours. So live, Emperor. Live to see that day, if you can.
Your Majesty, down in the cellars, it's...
What's going on?
Your Highness, leave this to...
Your Highness, save yourself!
The termites have gotten them too! How did they get in here?
The time has come at last. Yes! You shall pay for your meddling in the savannah. That look on your face! You see, I implanted an egg in your predecessor. It has taken until now to reach this size. Now it is time for me to have my revenge. Witness the power that even the 7 heroes themselves feared! One day you will experience true fear! In the form of us termites. Sooner than you think.
The Emperor appears at last. You strut about these waters I call home, knowing full well that they are mine, and mine alone. Yet I will suffer you defiling my seas no more! Begone, and never return! Though my words will be wasted on your limited faculties, I will still share the truth before I kill you. Countless eons ago, the seven heroes saved this world from certain doom. However, those that we saved feared that we had grown too powerful and banished us to another dimension. After millennia of wandering, we had long last found our way back home, only to find that those who had wronged us had vanished. We will never give up searching for them. Revenge is a sweet dish, of which we intend to partake. How could I expect one with such a limited perspective to understand? Draw your blade, Emperor. Witness the power I have assimilated from the ruler of the seas! Impossible! You are but insignificant plankton! In the oceans, I alone rule!
Urgent news, Your Eminence. We have received reports of numerous fiends swarming the snowdrifts south of the Nazel Strait.
And thus begins the battle to decide our world's fate. Let's go!
Father... Wait... Gerard? Ah, you are neither. I know not why, but something about you stirs feelings of familiarity that I am unable to properly place. When I gaze upon your countenance, I am reminded of my younger brother, Gerard. I had hoped to teach him how to use a sword one day. Tell me, friend, perhaps you would like to spar with me in his stead?
I accept your offer. However, I will not show you any mercy. Come at me with everything you've got.
I ask for nothing less.
We may have managed to escape the witching circle, but find ourselves in a most vexing place.
So this is the place where we make our last stand. A final resting place, if you will.
If this is to be our last stand, who is it against?
Any who would dare stand in the way of our revenge, that's who.
Our goal is singular. Make the Hierophant who banished us pay the ultimate price for his crimes. And while we're at it, we can get revenge on those accursed ancients. How dare they betray us? They're saviors!
You do realize that is not one goal, but two, do you not?
Well...
If we do not take care, some among us may lose sight of those goals.
Your point being? As Noel warned, this absorption magic comes with a taxing mental and personal cost. I must presume that Wagnus speaks of us losing our very sanity.
We have traversed dimension upon dimension, and have absorbed countless fiends in the process. It would come as no surprise were our mental faculties to depart us ere long.
Who says we need our sanity to engage in combat?
Should we ever lend an ear to those monstrous whispers, we will lose sight of our current objective and wander dimensions for all eternity.
So what if we do? My ultimate objective is, and always has been, to be the strongest warrior alive. I won't lose sight of that, not even after hundreds of years.
We will achieve our goals. Of that, I am certain. Together, we shall form an unbreakable bond. In so doing, we shall unite as one mind. And in turn, become immortal.
Become immortal? And how exactly do we accomplish that?
A blood oath. That is how we accomplish it.
Another new art.
We will abandon our corporeal forms, becoming shades in the process.
And what of our bodies?
We shall store them in a liminal space where none can find them. Even if our shades are destroyed, we will remain alive as long as our bodies are untouched. Until we can recover and revive, we shall bide our time in slumber.
If we are to swear an oath, then what, pray tell, are the terms of it?
Should it come to pass that 6 of us 7 fall, then our fate rests with the 7th. They shall defend our bodies with their life.
A blood oath, indeed. Eventually, the time will come when someone discovers this place. And whoever does is likely to be a worthy foe. It stands to reason, then, in such an event.
Our mission will be in peril. When 6 have fallen, the 7th must persevere. We must trust each other to the last.
Then in order to make the oath manifest, the vote needs to be unanimous. Does anyone have any objections?
How could I lose? Again? No choice. This calls for extreme measures. The hell
we've defeated the Seven. However, should Oryev's words ring true, then the battle has only just begun. We must find the hero's resting place. Forebears, you have seen us through much. Pray watch over us a little longer. It's time we put an end to this. Once and for all. This is it. No turning back.
You have come so very far. A pity that you shall go no further. Witness the strength of our bond, Emperor. Behold the power of our union!
And then what happened to the Emperor?
The Emperor then came home and turned in their crown. The sun set upon the Empire, but in turn rose on a republic.
A republic?
You'll understand once you get a little older.
Pardon me, but we're closing.
No worries. I'll close up tonight.
Thank you, barkeep. Was it to your liking, Your Majesty?
It was lovely, as are all of your songs. But please, no need for such formalities. After all, I am no longer the Emperor. That position is now something of an age past, remembered through your ballads.
Personally, I think you mean more to us than you know.
News, Your Eminence. We have received reports of numerous fiends swarming the snow.
The reckoning is... And that would...
Numerous reports of hitherto unseen fiends. According to them, the creatures have burrowed their way into northern Varenne. Were it an isolated incident, we could easily dismiss it, but their sheer number and remarkable similarity have left us vexed.
Then, we have but to address this threat head-on. I will assess the situation personally.
Termites!
How are they here? Now! For the Empire!
Watch in awe! Skies protect us! Yes! Barely worth our time.
This beggars belief. The termites should not be able to penetrate the seal. Yet, they surely must be the source of these troubling reports. Let's take a look inside.